Hello, Dr. Vandana.
Hello.
How are you doing, ma'am?
Good, good.
Excellent. Uh, so before you came on live on the video itself, I was just explaining to everyone why we started off these sessions. Preeti has also come live, and it was her idea with her initiative, and then she reached out to me and wanted me to kind of take this forward
Yeah.
to speak to mental health professionals and specialists on topics which are very important.
Yeah.
Uh, First of all, a warm welcome to you, Dr. Abanna Sahni, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Uh, just for people who might not know you, our other viewers, and I would just like to share that Dr. Abanna Sahni is a consultant psychiatrist. She's currently practicing at the Max Super Specialty Hospital in Saket. She's a postgraduate from Government Medical College, Amritsar, and she has a keen interest in the field of de-addiction. Apart from the other things that she's been involved in, she's been actively involved in various camps and awareness programs to help reduce stigma and make mental health a priority for those in need. Uh, Thank you very much for joining us again. Hi. And so today's session is going to be connecting with family mental health. We are in a situation where we are forced to be part of the uh, situation where we are part of the family and we are stuck inside the house. What do you think? And we have different types of families. Maybe, Doctor, if you could share in the current situation where the nuclear and the joint families exist, are you hearing an echo?
Yeah. Hello.
Is this better?
Yeah, now it's better. Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you as to could you define this structure of a family where it could be both nuclear or a joint family? What can be the challenges in a normal situation? I mean, I would say that we are currently in a slightly abnormal one, but in normal situations also, what can be the kind of stress, pointers that could exist in a family?
So yeah. So stress. Different members in the family have different ways of handling stress, and
Right,
so it could different. It could be different for each member, and
right,
also the kind of family situation which you are living in, whether it's a nuclear family or joint family, it would be different. So
right,
traditionally, females have always been known to have slightly higher rates of anxiety as compared to males. So there may be a lot of reasons for that. Okay, one of the main reasons is that they have a lot of roles to play, whether
true,
it's work related stress or work at home, and they have to take a lot of care.
right,
Another important difference is that they have to, females have a lot of hormonal changes. Like they go through a
right,
lot of stage, whether it is a premenstrual stage or perimenopausal stage.
right,
So these also differentiate the way they handle anxiety and depression in a different manner. And
right,
also, if we see the cause of stress, so the cause of stress in females could be the challenges related to the work and home. As I mentioned before, when we see males, it is more of work related and financial stress which they have to deal with. How
right,
they react is also very different. Females, they tend to ruminate more and express their anxiety in a different manner, whereas
right,
males, because of this traditional masculine image which they have in the society, they tend
right,
to express in that in a form of irritability or maybe sleep disturbance.
right,
Children might react in a different way. They might become detached or might report some physical symptoms.
right,
Okay, the cause for them might differ. For example, if they don't, they have some peer pressure, or they might, not be able to go to school or some academic difficulties. So they might manifest it in a different way.
right,
Whereas elderly people have their own different stressors to deal with, major life transition. They're used to
right,
a structured environment, might have an unstructured environment. suddenly.
Right.
So that might be the cause of anxiety. And a lot of physical changes, physical immobility, the medical complications, these also might be a cause for stress. How they cope with the stress is also different. As I said, females, they tend to express more, so they tend to move towards food and friends to cope with the stress. Males,
Okay.
on the other hand, they generally, go for gaming or TV, or might in some cases a maladaptive way would be use of substance, or
Okay.
self medicating also, because they are little hesitant to go to seek help.
So,
No,
sorry, Doctor,
yeah, yeah,
like you mentioned, you kind of highlighted how in a family or in a home, you
yeah,
can bifurcate the understanding of stress and coping with it by the gender.
and
If we have
yeah,
two genders and if we compare them, you have also mentioned about the age bracket, being an elderly, a child, or a person in the middle age. Uh, the relationships. So if there could be siblings, if there could be parent and a child, if there could be grandparents and grandchildren, so these kind of relationships also bring some sort of stress and anxiety both, right? And all relationships to be sustained, a person needs to put in a lot of effort, right? I mean, would that be something that you can comment on?
yeah. So it can work as in both ways,
Right,
so if we live in a joint family, have a lot of people, so it can act as a strength, because we have good
right,
social support system, especially if you're working and you have someone at home, and you can
right,
spend good time together, you have people with whom you can discuss and ventilate things. Okay.
right,
But also it is very important to give each other space and me time. Everyone has their life apart from the family. So
right.
for coping with any situation or any stressor, the key is to maintain balance. So in this case also,
Mm,
like if you maintain balance of the things, so you will enjoy that situation. Like,
absolutely.
whenever we talk about stress, so we compare stress to a spice. If it is in a right amount, then you'll
Yeah.
enjoy that bit. So similarly, for any situation, if you maintain balance of things, you'll be able to handle and enjoy that situation better.
Right, right. And I appreciate that you brought up the point about this personal space and personal time, because
Yeah,
what this lockdown has done, you know, extremely badly is
yeah,
reduce that personal space and personal time, because not everybody has a large enough house where people can find their own time and their own space. So we
yeah.
not only cohabit the house, but we are not finding that alone time also just to be with
Yeah.
ourselves. How far does this contribute to our own personal stress?
So yeah, so this very rightly you mentioned, Akshat, that obviously we are happy about a lot of time that we are getting to spend with our family, which we
Right,
weren't previously. But for any relationship, whether it's a couple, whether it's with your parents and children, or whether it's with the whole family, as the
right,
balance is required. So if you are the more time you spend, and if you're continuously not giving each other space, so
right,
that kind of becomes a cause for stress and problems in the future. So the key is to remain together, but to maintain your space. Okay, so you
right,
need to remain connected to things outside the family also,
right,
for that. Okay, so there are a lot of things which we can do to, if sometimes if couple, they're spending the whole time together, sometimes they tend to take each other for granted.
granted.
So it
Yeah,
is very important of them. You will get a lot of time to be together, but you should be mindful of the time you're spending. Okay,
right,
so
right,
you have to, like, before. So if we talk about the situation of the lockdown, and
right,
whenever there is a situation, stressful situation, so we follow the ABC strategy. That is what we
right,
tell our patients. So you have to assess
okay,
the situation, you have to
right,
maintain a balance of factors which you have, and then you have to see what you can do to control or manage that situation. Okay.
Right.
So as it is, there are a lot of things which are unpredictable in this lockdown. But
Right.
if we can plan things ahead of time and focus on things we can control, so we'll feel more empowered and relaxed. So at the start of week, maybe the family together can chart out the goals for the goals and responsibility for the whole family, and at the
Right.
end of the day discuss how things worked, whether they didn't work, be receptive to each and everyone's opinion.
Right.
So see, this situation is stressful for everyone. We have to realize
Right.
that.
Right.
So each person cannot you we also have to be empathetic about the way other people might react to the situation. For
Right.
example, it won't always be 50-50 with in a couples. If one person has this much time to do work and this much
Right.
time to for the home related responsibility, so a day might come in which you might have to do maybe 70-80%. So you have to
Right.
accept that, because everyone, no one is a robot, everyone has their emotions, everyone has their way to cope with stress. So you have
Right.
to find things which warrant a reaction or cause for anxiety, and which don't. There are some things which you have to let go. Also very important is that the gender determinant for what role each person should be
Yeah.
doing, that should difference should blur. For example, you can the husband can contribute for the cooking and grocery stuff, and so this
Yeah.
in general in society, this differentiation is also now blurring, and
Right.
more so in a situation like this it is required.
Right. So your ABC was to assess, balance, and control. And I
Yeah.
think that planning, sitting down and planning a routine with your family, deciding on the roles that you plan to, because this responsibility sharing is very important. Like you said, the
Yeah.
house chores, be it the washing of clothes or washing of the utensils,
Yeah.
cooking, cleaning. Uh, so how much work can be done together and how much is too much? I mean, getting everybody, because this a family differentiates from a work environment by the sheer informal way it functions, right? And when you start bringing formal things into a family setup, how easy would it be, or what kind of challenges do you think that there could be there that need to be addressed?
Yeah, so as I mentioned, people are working from one major challenges which we have heard people talk about is work from home, because especially if you are staying in a joint family with lot of uh, people, so this work
Right.
from home sometimes become difficult. So
Right.
especially if you have young children, where if it is
Mhm.
possible, the work from home time should be different for the couple if possible,
Right.
so that one person is available to the
Alternating.
child. Yeah, if it is not possible, then preferably separate rooms, if you can
Okay.
work from separate rooms. As I said, you have to be empathetic and mindful towards your partner,
Right.
towards your other family members. So if there is
Right.
some deviation from the so-called timetable or rules, so you have to kind of accept that and go with the flow.
Right.
One important thing is that. Second thing is that, as I said, that this is a very challenging time for everyone. So
Right.
at the end of the day, you can see what worked for the family, what didn't work for the family. But
Right.
also, very important thing to do at end of the day is check on your family members, your child, your partner,
Right.
your parents. That how they have been doing. Are they okay? Is there anything which bothered them? So that
Right.
kind of like indirectly you're providing emotional support, just
Right.
in case they have some issues and they are not ventilating those things.
Right.
And
So, yeah.
yeah,
No, no. Please
yeah,
continue.
another thing I wanted to add is that so everyone wants their individual time with the friends and all, which they can connect through online
Right.
media and social media. Also, if you're especially young couples, if they're staying in a joint family, so
Right.
they would earlier enjoy their time by going out, relaxing.
Right.
That time
Right.
is a little affected in this scenario. But for that,
Right.
you can be a little creative. If you have supportive family members, you can uh, like cook an elaborate meal together, maybe, or watch a movie together online, start a
Right.
series,
Right.
discuss what places you want to go. These are the things, some of
Yeah.
the things we can do.
So I think a lot of those games that we used to play in our childhood, because
Yeah,
we've gone off board games completely now. Rarely
yeah,
does anybody play those board games, which used to, I mean, even cards and things like that, which could bring the family together,
yeah.
uh, doing a single activity. Uh,
Hmm.
what other things, like you mentioned about making an elaborate meal together, uh, you said it in the context of the newly wedded couple or somebody, but this could be
Yeah,
something that could be done by whatever be the size of the family. I mean, say
yeah,
you could have the children doing certain things, the parents and the grandparents doing certain things, cooking together.
yeah,
So this could be cooking could be one activity which could involve everyone together.
yeah.
What other activities do you think that can, easily bring without putting pressure on any of those? It reduces the pressure by dividing the work also, but it kind of builds more opportunity to be with each other without treading on toes. What other activities apart from cooking do you think that can be easily used?
Yeah, so when we talk about various activities, they could be pleasurable activities like
Right,
playing online games, watching
right,
movies. Cooking is one productive activity which child can, which like the whole family can do. Other
right,
like if you have a young child and grandparents, so maybe storytelling and playing with each other, that
right,
could be pleasurable for the grandparent, productive for the child. So these are some
right,
of the things which you can do. Other important thing is which is very important for reducing anxiety and stress is physical activity. So that
right,
if you're doing it together, that is up to the family how they enjoy, whether
right,
they want to do it together, whether you have a lot of online videos in which you can work out, and the more active the body is, there will be less avenues for these excessive negative
right,
thoughts to come to
right,
your mind. So that is
right,
one of the some of the things which we can do.
right,
Another important thing is to enjoy all these things is that uh, as we all know that the situation is going to be little difficult for us also, for our family
right,
members also. So
right.
little extra appreciation or little extra gratitude would kind of help. So if the your spouse has helped you today in the kitchen, so maybe you can tell them that that was very sweet of you, and I felt very nice about it. Or practice gratitude, as in think of things which you enjoyed the whole day. More
Right,
we express the things which we enjoy, the more we'll be able to recognize the little things which we sometimes tend to ignore in terms of a lot of stressors and everything.
right, right. So, so this thing about, expressing gratitude, I think it also brings out being positive and talking
Yeah,
about the positive things.
yeah,
Because in cramped situations that we are in right now, where, there is no other outlet, there's a limited number of people that you interact with. Finding
yeah,
negative things can, really pull down people and
yeah,
change the
yeah,
environment.
yeah,
So what would be, I mean, so I understand that, negative and positive, but it's not possible for a person to stay positive all the time. So how would an individual also within this family setup, what can be done by that individual, be it age group, any gender, any, relationship? How can they work it themselves? How to stay positive?
yeah. So first thing which I would like to mention, especially in situation is like this, is like accept your feelings. It needs
Right,
radical acceptance. Okay, so
right,
if you are feeling little anxious, if you're feeling little worried, so it is okay to accept those feelings and validate those feelings. So
right,
we have to understand that we can't change the situation, but we
right,
can change how we react to the situation. So like they say, we can't change the pain, but we can change the suffering. So
right,
everyone should focus on things which they can do in this situation. So that
right,
involves a lot of self-care, which could be, as I mentioned before, physical self-care in terms of physical activity. emotional self-care in terms of connecting with family. And also one important thing is having a worry time. Okay, so because of the uncertainties involved in this situation, there'll be a lot
Right.
of things which might come to our mind and which we might think about. But the main thing which we should focus on, that we should have a worry time throughout the day, and we should think about it, think about the problem, what we can do to solve the problem.
Right.
What are the factors which are under our control, and focus on that. No,
Right.
so and another is important is the mental self-care, in which you can do puzzles or any stimulating things which make you feel
Right.
relaxed. And spiritual self-care, whatever you enjoy, meditation,
Right.
relaxing,
Right.
listening to religious songs. So these are some of the things which we can do to handle the stress.
Right. So one thing, that we spoke about how to do a lot of things together. And at the
Yeah.
same time, we also spoke about how personal time and space is also very important. Uh, like using that opportunity where we are supposed to be working on exactly what we do in life generally. It could be
Yeah.
studying, it could be working for your office, it could be even talking to our clients or friends, whatever. Can we, can that be used as an opportunity to come back into the common thing and then keep going into our personal thing? So that the moment we keep going back and forth, it becomes easier to handle situations. Otherwise, so this routine is very important for the individual to place and not just the individual, but to that individual to speak to the family and create that time and space for themselves, making it easier for the family also to understand and not to
Yeah.
disturb at the
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. So you're very right. So that routine gives a sense of familiarity in
Right,
these uncertain times. So if we are have a structured routine, and
right,
have a to-do list on what to do, what not to do, so that is good things, because we'll be channelizing our energy towards that. But
right,
also we have to keep in mind that we don't have to take it as a pressure. Even if you're not able to finish what you had planned for the day, like these
right,
days, on social media, there's a lot of pressure about learning some new activity or
right, right,
this thing. So every person has different way of dealing and reacting
correct,
with the stress. You have a plan
right.
in mind, that's okay and good. But even if it's not 100% today, if it's some of it you could initiate, see, it's okay. You have to focus on getting better each day.
Yeah, because I was also reading somewhere that if you've not come out of the quarantine having learned something new to do,
Yeah.
you weren't really waiting for the time, you just didn't want to do it. But I personally don't agree with that,
Yeah.
because, like you mentioned, a person has to have the right frame of mind and the right opportunity to be able to do. And these are challenging times. We should not be harsh on ourselves.
Yeah.
Uh, we are coming to the end of our session. I would really like if you could give us 5 pointers, maybe, how in a family people can, this could be from our conversation right now, but maybe if you could just highlight these 5 basic points that really need to be, put across
Yeah.
and
So
be remembered.
So first point, which is very important, is have a charted out plan. Okay.
Right,
Second important point is that roles should be divided equally. So that could be
right,
both domestic work and emotional help, if anyone has to be given. Third
right,
important thing is that self-care has to be practiced by all members of the family. Okay,
right,
another important thing which we miss is for the elderly in the family, because especially
right,
when they hear about the news that they are more vulnerable, and in terms of medical
right,
complications and all that. So for the elderly, the family member, if they are staying together in family, so emotional support and both practical support in terms of
right.
being having the medications ready, and if
Hmm.
there's an emergency, whom to connect to, having these things in place, so that if we have a proper, yeah, it's okay, So if we have a proper plan, and we'll be able to handle any unwanted situation better if we are have utilized our space. And the fifth important point is that stay together but give each other space. So be creative in doing that, so that
Right,
you enjoy
actually,
the
yeah,
time.
you really summed up the main core aspects of how to connect with your family in these challenging times. I'm really thankful to you, Dr. Sani, for bringing this out. I'm sure that it will be of real help to the people who have been listening. And thank you very much for being on air with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so just as a closure, I would like to let everybody know that Mind at Ease is an initiative where we are trying to get to speak about mental health by talking to mental health specialists and professionals. If you have any questions, kindly do send it to, check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Send us your feedback and let us know what you think. If you have any specific questions, please do send them. And we'll be continuing with more sessions in the coming weeks. Please follow our pages to know what new sessions will be there. And I'm hopeful that Dr. Sani will be doing a few sessions with you also in the coming time. Uh, Thank you for joining us today.
Okay, thank you
Right. Yeah.
for the
Bye bye.
opportunity. Bye.